Oh! Welcome back, everyone! Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. A very realistic technical analysis YouTube channel. I am your host, Crypto Bro. And you already know what it is. Back at it again with another edition of the daily live stream. Lots of exciting price action here today to talk about. A lot of changes coming up in the cryptocurrency market, apparently. A couple of more, outliers to kind of pay attention to here for the cryptocurrency market. I'm actually pretty stoked about, the cryptocurrency market right now, as we are seeing a little bit of a reversal. But that's gonna, wait till later. I do want to remind everybody else, again, the 14th, right? Yes, the 14th. I'm getting married on the 15th, but the 14th through the 24th of this month, there will be no live streams. There will be no video analysis or anything like that up until the 25th. Monday the 25th, I will come back and we will start right where we left off come that day. I'm getting married on the 15th, and then we're leaving immediately and heading towards our honeymoon location where we'll be celebrating our everlasting bond. Pretty exciting for me. I'm pretty stoked about that. But again, the 14th through the 24th, there will be no live streams. If I could bring my whole setup with me, I would. But I'm gonna be spending time with my lady. We're gonna put in some fun times here and enjoy the celebration of our eternal love and bond and blah 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 blah. But we have analysis to talk about for today. That is what is important today. We're gonna go ahead, hop right into NASDAQ. I promised a dear friend of mine today that I would try to slow the fuck down a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do my very best to try to lessen the pace here. Maybe people will understand a little better if I'm not flying off the handles and talking at 975,000 miles per hour. So I'm going to do my very best here today to kind of slow it down, but I still want to kind of give you the full scope of my analysis here today. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start off with NASDAQ. A little bit of a bounce up back above supports. Again, the initial break of support doesn't initially mean that it's going to confirm it as support. I do believe this is a little bit convoluted here, so I'm gonna, I messed up. Yep, that's what I want here. I don't want too many horizontal support and resistance, just the ones that matter in my perspective here. And we do see price action continuing, bouncing off the new lows, reclaiming this, confirming it, as support still, right? Again, the initial break of a support line does not confirm it as a new tentative resistance. What we are looking for when this condition is met is for the secondary candle closure below to confirm, right? And we did not see that in today's candle. We actually saw today's price action perform a little bit of a bounce. Does this sway my perspective on the overall feeling of the market? Fuck no. Currently, we're seeing a little bit of a back test of support as of right now. We have plenty of time in today's candle to see how this, kind of plays out. But what I would say, and I am comfortable with saying, is if we do confirm this as support once again with this candle closing above it, I will look for a tentative move to the 14,030 resistance, give or take a few bucks here. And you guys will notice that, I have added another moving average to my chart here. I do believe this is a beautiful addition to my strategy, which I will talk about a little bit more coming into the cryptocurrency market, but just kind of ignore that for now. I'm still formally paying attention to the 21 exponential moving average here, and again, as long as price action god damn it, I can't even talk today. As long as price action remains below that 21 exponential here, I'm going to be looking for price action to move a little bit further to the downside. Not only that, but paying attention to the entire structure as a whole. Again, you know, when in doubt, pull out. Yes, it is arguable that this could easily prove to be a macro high or low. Let me get my drawing tool out here. Gonna go to this little brush icon, right? We have, you know, we have rising lows, and I would consider these macro lows within the formation, and this is a potential, right? This is a big question mark here today. Will this perform and print a, you know, structural high or low before continuing to new all-time highs, or is this the actual market reversal we've all been kind of pining for the last, I don't know, 20 years, right? The likelihood of that, in my opinion, is non-negotiable. I'm not looking for, you know, the likelihood of that. I am playing it level by level and being as patient as possible with this market, and, you know, obviously getting excited when my targets, you know, extend and get met. Disposition remains the same on this one right now, though. We do have a downtrend in formation here, with our all-time high being the blow off top, followed by a lower high, and then a lower low, another lower high, and then ultimately new lower lows, taking out this entire formation as a whole. Yes, we have reclaimed you know, support. We have confirmed that this region is still holding a support, but that does not change my perspective until, at the bare minimum, a low is confirmed. Let's go ahead and look at stochastics, where this kind of, you know, brings into perspective the probability of that happening. We do see a nice cross back above that exponential in the bearish critical zone. What does that tell me? It tells me nothing yet, right? We do have, you know, a little bit of upside on, you know, price action, and we do see momentum lifting as a result as well. However, that exponential is still very negative, and we still reside in the bearish critical zone. Just because we have a fresh cross to the upside doesn't really confirm anything. What would convince me of a, you know, a stop and reversal point here is if we see continuation back above this resistance here at 14,830, at which point I would be targeting the 21 exponential as an upside target here at 14,990, but I wouldn't be fully convinced of a full macro reversal until, at least at the bare minimum, we see price action open and close back above that 21 exponential, and we start seeing these moving averages gain some positive divergence here, some positive slope, right? Coming into the RSI here, we do see once again, boom, right? This is just, it's in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding. The exponential has been just downgrading this RSI formation here. We saw a nice little touch into the bearish control zone today. Nothing too concerning, but we saw a nice little bounce up. And, you know, we're starting to see that, again, more weakness from the bullish perspective within this asset right now. And the only thing that would convince me of any kind of, you know, reversal from this region here, again, would be a confirmation of a low here and continuation. For now, I'm going to be looking at this support with heavy eyeballs. You know, if 14,580 here breaks to the downside, I will be looking for my new low target to be confirmed at some point here, with an overall target all the way down to 14,195. And, you know, this is kind of where I would be looking for a little bit of a bouncy bounce formation, at least from the daily perspective, because, well, actually, we did get a lower high here, so that is something to be in consideration of. We did confirm a lower high on the 30th of September with this follow through to new lows here. Nice little bounce back up. So maybe this is the bounce before the inevitable decline in the market as a whole. But again, when in doubt, pull out. And when you pull this market out here, when you pull the structure, we tend to not see, you know, long-term derived downside, you know, formations in this market at all. You know, coming back to the cryptocurrency, or excuse me, the COVID-19 crash here, all the way down to what? You know, $6,000 here for NASDAQ. Boom, recovered, and you know, again, when in doubt, pull out. And you know, they're just dips, man. At the end of the day, they are dips. They are buying opportunities, in my opinion. And this could, you know, very, very easily prove to be a buying opportunity. Now, you know, talking about, you know, crystal ball hopium bullshit here, this is the target of, you know, no hope, right? This is where I look at, you know, the entire structure as a whole to potentially fail, but we're nowhere near that price action right now as far as NASDAQ is concerned. We have our underlying conditions. We know momentum is being pushed to the downside. Not only that, but we are seeing historical volatility percentile expanding as price action does its directional movement here. And again, expanding volatility is not indicative of price action direction. However, you can kind of get it, you know, an idea of where the expansion is likely to lead price action. Now we definitely have an outlier to consider here on Bitcoin here with its recent price action, but nonetheless the fundamental rule still stands. We do have expanding volatility while Nasdaq is confirming and continuing with a downtrend here. So until I see some kind of pressure to the upside or some kind of stop and reversal point, my general disposition for this one is down. I'm still targeting 14,190. We're going to go ahead and move on to SPY futures here. Nice little consolidation phase here. I do want to make this chart a little less convoluted here. I'm just going to pay it. Red 10 simple seems to be getting it right now. Maybe we make a couple adjustments here. I mean, maybe we go from a wicking basis. Yeah, we can do that. This one's still pretty valid. We're starting to open up with a little bit of consolidation here. Very, very, very evident with consolidation, right? We saw price action break this level here, come onto the downside, test the top side, test the bottom side, range, right? And then the following candle did the same thing but closed red, range. Another candle testing the top side, testing the bottom side. This is clearly consolidation. There's evidence of that here in the RSI formation, right? When this RSI formation here gets tight in that bearish neutral zone, it's just telling you consolidation, right? And you guys understand my main rule set here for consolidation. It's just like a trend. It's consolidation until the end of consolidation. And right now, obviously, my disposition is to the downside with the simple fact that we are in a downtrend formation and we are below these two moving averages here. Most importantly, the 21 exponential. And as long as price action remains below the exponential here, this 21, I am going to be looking for pressure to the downside. However, all of that aside, considering consolidation here, if we do see price action close above 43.64 here, I would be looking for a push, a small push, but a push up to the 21 exponential, and I won't be convinced of any type of reversal here until at the bare minimum we see an open and closure above that 21 exponential, right? But again, if we want to see an uptrend formulate, right, we need to see a stop and reversal, and we need to see a new high, right? This is our current lower high right here in this region here. Excuse me. What would convince me is if price action printed a new high somewhere in this region, right? That would convince me, hey, we might be looking at a stop and reverse point for this asset, same as NASDAQ, looking at a stop and reversal point, a new high, would confirm a change of behavior on the daily time frame, at which point I would target, potentially new all-time highs above the $45,050 target here. But is that a main target for me? No, actually, my main target to the downside still remains. I'm going to be looking for 42.62 to break here, this horizontal support, right? And if we do see an open and closure below this region, I will be targeting the next low down, all the way down at 41.41 spot 50 here. Again, give or take a few dollars here and there. But again, the general disposition is to the downside. We do see stochastics here, right? On this last attempt right here, on this lower high, right? We saw this lower high confirm with another lower high confirmed on stochastics, right? We saw price action move up to that 21 exponential here, failed to close above it, reject, and look at our stochastics here, right? Our stochastics went up to the bearish neutral zone, boom, rejection to the downside. Look at Matt in the house. Welcome to the club, bro. Welcome. If you got any requests, let me know. I do have plenty of them today. Today looks like it will be a normal stream, maybe even a little bit longer than normal here today. I'm expecting, another visit from another viewer who is looking to learn more about technical analysis. Welcome, bro. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. We're gonna go ahead and come back to stochastics. We do see a little bit of a potential cross information here on stochastics. This doesn't mean shit. This is inconsequential in my opinion, right? We could easily see a downtrend continue to formulate here with the stochastics perspective, especially with this massively lower high. The bears definitely have control of this market at the current moment in time. We are in the precipice of a downtrend. It is possible that we see this downtrend come to an end with this consolidation, but again, until this consolidation breaks either to the upside or to the downside, I don't really have any disposition other than it will consolidate until proven otherwise. I do have targets to the downside and I do have targets to the upside in consideration upon one of the following two conditions are met. However, expect nothing, prepare for everything. I need some water. Water is brain food! Water is brain food, ladies and gentlemen. It keeps you thinking, it keeps you hydrated, it keeps you alert. So So I think that's going to do it for SPY futures here today. Again, pay attention to the consolidation phase. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just kind of how I'm looking at price action right now. And, you know, I'm just waiting for something outside of this consolidation phase here, which is confirmed, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles testing both the top side of the range and the bottom side of the range. It's fucking range. Any argument outside of that is invalid in my opinion. Dow Jones here potentially opening up a range as well. We do see some whips, you know, moving, you know, from the bottom side to the top side, but right? We do see a positive slope on the red 10. And again, I did bring in the red 10 symbol here to kind of give me an understanding of, you know, where potentially price action is to go as far as the 21 is concerned, right? I use the red 10 symbol right now as an outlier to add confidence in the strength of a potential 21 exponential play, right? And we do see the red 10 moving up a little bit. We do see candles rising just a little bit here. But again, we are on expanding volatility during a downtrend here. Again, not a macro downtrend, a micro downtrend, but a downtrend nonetheless, where we're seeing rejection after rejection, lower high after lower high. Again, we did get our blow off all-time high top right here, followed by a new low, followed by a lower high, followed by a new low, followed by yet another lower high. I'm still going to be looking for new lows coming into this formation, right? Just being patient with price action right now. We do see stochastics actually, oh shit, I fucked up. What did I do? I keep forgetting to do that, you guys. I keep forgetting to do that. We do see RSI here, you know, crossing back above the exponential, but not achieving new highs just yet. Again, really an understandable outlier where this market is right now. You know, RSI currently in the bearish neutral zone, looking to go a little bit higher, but you know, if we continue to reject these moving averages here, I am going to be looking for that pressure to remain to the downside. No requests. I bought in a plug ticker for a swing trade for my finance class. Oh shit, you're in finance, bro? Maybe I can pick your brain a little bit and get some pointers off of you. Finance was kind of my first career before I got into trading because I was spending too much money for no reason on stupid shit that doesn't matter, and now I don't do that anymore. But now we're looking at, you know, price action here, and again, you know, potentially seeing a, you know, consolidation phase open up. That wouldn't be out of the question here. I would argue that this potentially is a consolidation phase at the current moment in time, and I'm only looking at 2 levels, to be quite honest with you. To the upside, I'm looking at 34,780 here. Any closure above 34,780, I would be looking for a confirmation of new support before looking for new highs, back up to 35,144. And again, if we do see confirmation and a push to about 35,000 bucks here, that would confirm a change of behavior on a daily time frame, and I would be looking for new highs as a result. However, on the flip side here, if I do see price action close below this support here at 33,815, I will be looking for price action to continue further down to the first target at 33,430, and you know, likely the same with momentum. I would likely you know, look for momentum to swing the other way as well, to the downside. We already see, you know, a lower high being confirmed on the stochastics formation, rejecting that neutral zone here, diving all the way back down towards the top side of the bearish control zone. I'm just waiting for price action to move, man. This is kind of where it's a little bit boring in my opinion, as far as, you know, the big 3 is concerned. A little bit boring. Give me 1 second. I'm just making sure. We're live, man. We are live. I'm just letting them know we're live. And it's strong. He said he's going to watch the stream tonight. He wants to learn a little bit. If he does, cool. If he doesn't, I might call him. He said he's going to watch the stream. He wants to learn. But, you know, with price action, you know, oh, that might be him. Look at that, 2 viewers. Welcome, other viewer. I am unsure who you are. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the stream. We're currently covering Dow Jones Industrial. This is the, you know, pretty much the beginning of the stream. It is likely to be a little bit longer than I stated on our phone call earlier. This one actually might be about an hour. We have plenty of requests from the community today, and you know, from you, I have a couple of assets to look at for you, and yeah, it's going to be a good stream. So I think that's where I'm going to leave Dow Jones here. We're going to check out the US dollar index here. Mrs. Dixie, what is it doing? Oh yeah, look at that. Disposition from yesterday's live stream has been confirmed. We have confirmed a higher low. Look at that, right on the red 10 simple here. Glad I introduced that moving average here today. The only thing that's a little concerning here is we're still not seeing a significant expansion of volatility. You know, you could argue that the climax point for historical volatility has been moved to the middle of November, but that doesn't mean shit. The uptrend is still very strong here. I am going to be looking for a move all the way up to 94.40 as a result of this higher low being confirmed on the daily time frame on that red 10 simple here. We did see this this top call here, and again, from the entire structure's perspective, I have been saying for quite some time, I am looking for macro reversal, and if we close above 94.40 here, I do believe price action just rips, and we're going to have to start talking about future targets to the upside. Again, when you're doing technical analysis, it's not just about the current price action. You have to take into consideration all of the history in the past, because it is relevant, especially when identifying horizontal support and resistance and potential targets for future price action here, right? Definitely take all of the price action that is relevant to the entire formation into consideration when doing any type of analysis. But looking at the structure for right now, coming in here, again, I am looking for new highs as a result until we see a close below the 21, right? If we see a reversal right here, a close below the 21 exponential, that would be the only point at which I would like, all right, maybe this is the top here. Maybe I'm going to be looking for targets all the way down to 93 even here, right? But that is definitely not the disposition I'm gaining. We are seeing a little bit of pressure on the stochastics here. This is kind of a weak downside movement. It wouldn't be out of the question here. Let's go ahead and identify our zones. Gonna go ahead and boom, right? We're gonna bring them up. Bring up the zones because they matter. Potentially looking for a bullish reset here on the momentum oscillators, especially from the stochastics perspective. Wouldn't be out of the question. We are seeing a little bit of that pressure to the upside lift stochastics a little bit. Yes, they are still straight down. We did get a crucial read here, but again, look at the structure. Just because we're seeing some downside momentum here on stochastics does not necessarily mean this market is going to flip from bullish to bearish. I am absolutely bullish on this price action right now, and until proven otherwise, I'm going to be targeting moves to the upside. Ultimately, at the end of the day, my overall target is 95.20 here, new highs, and if we do confirm a daily candle closure, especially a weekly candle closure up near that horizontal resistance, I will be very confident that price action on this one just rips. We do have a beautiful W style formation, which is very inherently bullish here on price action for the US dollar index, which does not bode well, in my opinion, for the rest of the general market. Although I do have to say, for the first time ever, we are potentially seeing Bitcoin reverse to the upside while the US dollar index is also reversing to the upside. Very, very crazy outlier. Never thought I would ever expect to see something like that, but we'll talk about that once we're done with Dixie here. Moving on back to the daily time frame here. Again, I just want to be very, very cognitive of a potential test of the bottom side. Damn it, the bottom side of the bullish control zone here from a stochastics perspective, and RSI. Damn it, why do I keep doing that? Why do I do that all the time? RSI here, bouncing off the exponential. Again, just because you see a soft little break below does not mean that the exponential has failed, right? You can easily see a recovery back above, which would consider it a confirmation of support continuing, right? And we do see the exponential back into a positive slope here, and RSI looking to enter the bullish control zone once again. If we confirm new highs and re-enter that bullish control zone, I'm going to be very, 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 very bullish for the US dollar index. And I think that's where I'm going to leave that one for right now. We'll move on to Mr. Bitcoin. Change of behavior taking effect here from Bitcoin. And look at this. This is why I brought the red 10 simple, right? This is why I brought the red 10 simple, right? It moves faster than the 21, okay? It moves faster than a 21, and it gives you kind of an understanding of if the 21 exponential moving average strategy here is going to be a sufficient enough play or not. With this one here, this one easily identified a false buy signal with our secondary candle closure. Okay, we're looking at 914 and 915 here, right? We saw an open and closure back above that 21 exponential. We saw the 21 was kind of positive, but our red 10 simple here gave it away. We did not see a cross of the red 10 simple back above that 21 exponential, and that was a perfect indication that this was a false buy signal for the 21 exponential moving average strategy. I discovered this today. I don't know how. I pulled up my moving averages. I missed looking at them, and I was like, holy shit. We could potentially use the red 10 simple to identify strength in a potential position to the long and to the short side using the red 10 simple here in correlation with the 21 exponential. So we have a perfect example of a false buy signal. But when we come over here, look at this. We have the red 10 simple here converging very closely with that yellow 21 here. This has got some momentum here. This has got some girth, some exponential growth here. We are confirming new highs. Why? Let's talk about the structure, right? We were in a downtrend, right? We had our high, boom, followed by a lower high. Well, excuse me, we had our high, followed by new lows, taking out this low here, right? Followed by a lower high, followed by more new lows. Now, we were looking at this structure here, this level here, this lower high right here. We were looking at that, right? This was the major consideration as far as change of behavior being confirmed is considered. And look at this, boom, price action riding along that resistance extremely tightly, right? This was the point where I was like, oh man, I think Bitcoin goes for it and tries to confirm new highs. We saw it pull into the 21 and then boom, lift off. Now we're on new highs. Change of behavior has been confirmed. I do believe continuation is the main disposition. This is the main resistance here that we need to be paying attention to, right around the $52,800 resistance, right? The last time we saw price action up at this level, look what happened. Boom! Huge sell-off formation, lower high, and a downtrend as a result, right? And this was confirmed as a micro downtrend, nothing too macro. And I thought this was going to be macro when I was pulling out the structure here, right? We were looking at this formulation here, boom, right? Our all-time high here, and then a structural lower high here, downtrend, right? I was looking for the downside. Now, what I'm very interested in this here. Let's go ahead and bring up my long-term chart. We're going to turn off the CT MAC here. We're going to bring up the Hall moving average. You already know what I'm going to do. Oh, here we go. Why do I do that? I do that every time. I try to drag and grab, and I have my drawing brush on. And now look at this. Now we're seeing price action pull back into that Hall 104 here, right? Nice little pullback into that. This is definitely an uptrend in formation. Obviously, we haven't achieved new all-time highs just yet, so we can't be like absolutely catastrophically bullish right now. But nonetheless, from a micro perspective, and looking at the Hall 104 here, look at this. Here's our base low here. Here's our stop and reversal point. And then we got that lower high. This is why I thought maybe we were going to see that year-long downtrend in formation, right? We got our high right here, our all-time highs, and then a new low on the weekly time frame, followed by a rejection of that Hall 104. And now look, we print a higher low right here on the weekly time frame, and now we're seeing a push potentially back above that Hall 104 moving average here. If we see a weekly closure back above that Hall 104 with another weekly closure to confirm it as support, boy oh boy, I'm going to be bullish for sure for potential new all-time highs here. And how does that correlate with the daily time frame? Once again, looking at the daily time frame, I'm paying attention to mostly for now this resistance here that we're playing with, right? The $52,800 resistance. Let's see how momentum oscillators are performing here in conjunction with price action, right? We see stochastics deep in the bullish critical zone, confirming catastrophic new highs. We've taken out all the highs of this prior formation right here, printing new highs. Bullish, man. I can't say that we're not bullish. We see a change of behavior on the daily time frame. We see stochastics absolutely lift and launch above the 80 critical read here and maintain structure and continue deeper into the critical read. That's a bullish signal. We do see RSI back above the 50 read and maintaining structure above the 50 read while maintaining structure above the positively sloped exponential, as well as seeing that uptrend structure that we identified, maintaining support as well. Soft little pullback, not out of the question. It wouldn't be out of the question to see a pullback to test this region here at 49.9 to confirm it as new tentative support. But if we see a secondary closure back above this support level here, I'm going to be very convinced that Bitcoin has a legitimate opportunity to confirm new highs above $52,800. And at that point, I'm going to get real excited for Bitcoin because Bitcoin could potentially go to new all-time highs here. And again, this is something that is contrary to what I was looking for here. Again, when I'm looking at the US dollar index, right? I'm looking at the US dollar index and I'm seeing the big three, NASDAQ, SPY Futures, Dow Jones Industrial, confirming downtrends and confirming continuation further to the downside, and the US dollar index booming to the upside. What am I expecting for Bitcoin? I'm expecting Bitcoin to do the same, which is why we expect nothing and prepare for everything. If Bitcoin confirms new highs, and at the most confirms new all-time highs, we might have a hedge on Bitcoin for the first time in its entire history. Now again, I'm no financial expert, I'm not a fundamental expert. I go by what the chart tells me. And the chart is telling me reversal, right? We printed a new high, which is a confirmed change of behavior. And if we can confirm a change of behavior on the weekly time frame above the Hull 104 moving average, boy oh boy, does this have some potential to really grow exponentially to the upside. Now let's talk about future potential targets. Now if we do get a confirmed candle closure back above 52,800 or 52,900, I will look for a back test to confirm it as new tentative support before looking for extension to my next target here, which I need to change the colors of. We're gonna make that big and we're gonna turn it blue because it is a target. Boom. Right here around 57,750 will be my next target here. If we confirm a closure back above there, I'm going to be confident that this might have a very, very, very legitimate opportunity here to achieve new all-time highs. And boy, oh boy, did it rock my world. I definitely took a loss. Not to, again, mitigate your risk. Mitigate your risk. I took a loss on my short position here. I beat myself up for not taking profit at the $40,900 target here. I'm regretting it to this day, but again, you live and you learn, grow the fuck up, move on. You made a mistake, learn from your mistake, and go from there. I took a little bit of a loss on this position here with that major movement back above the 21 exponential here. Obviously stomped me out, took a 2% loss, but now I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, I'm not even mad about that loss. Why? Because there are plethoras of opportunities utilizing this 21 exponential moving average strategy in conjunction with all the other indicators that I have provided for you guys. Very exciting stuff for Bitcoin here. I definitely didn't expect it. I definitely was looking for that downtrend to continue, just like the rest of the world market here, but obviously proven wrong with the change of behavior being confirmed 2 days ago. I missed it. I missed the entry point. I realized I was watching the Browns game. I was watching football. I love football, so I missed an opportunity. It is what it is. I'm not even upset. Why? Because there's going to be more. There's going to be more opportunities for me in the future, and I'm going to be ready to take them at any given point here. Obviously, I need to check the market watching the football games from now on. Clearly, that lesson has been learned, but other than that, man, you can't be upset. Can't be upset with only a 2% loss. It wasn't a huge catastrophic loss. I'm still in the game here, and just waiting for new positions to open up. We're going to go ahead and move on. MRK. Let's go ahead and take a look at MRK here. That was one of the requests that I got here today, and I think I have that chart set up. Boom. MRK. So here's where, oh yeah. Now, in my opinion, for MRK, a catastrophic pullback is definitely possible. We have this huge gap up right here after we got the 21 exponential strategy confirmed on the daily time frame, right? Again, we got the break, we got the initial break here on the 29th. Boom. Back above the 21 exponential, we saw a nice positive momentum slope from the 21 exponential, and boom, nice little sell-off point and a perfect, in my opinion, a perfect entry point, the only entry point valid for this asset right here. And look at the results, you guys. Again, you can't make this shit up. Nice catastrophic boom to the upside, hitting this resistance at about 84.30 here. Nice little pull off. We do have a top call here to be in consideration of, but look at the divergence between the RSI exponential here and the RSI itself, right? It would not be it wouldn't be out of the question. It would not be out of the question to see, price action pull all the way back into that 21 exponential to test it once again as support and potentially confirm a higher low here. We do, again, see that top call on the RSI, and we're putting that bottom side of the bullish control zone here pretty much at threat. It's a possibility. It's one of the possibilities, right? Another possibility is that we hold this region here at 81.24 as support. Boom. Confirm a higher low, and this one continues to blow to the moon here. We actually got to identify potential targets. And again, this is why using history is important. Paul, I know you're listening. I know you're watching. The current price action is not the only relevant price action for your analysis and your trade setups. You have to use a lot of price action history in order to identify potential setups. And this is a perfect example. We are currently playing with a resistance, 84.15. That's what we'll call it, 84.15, right? So if we break 84.15, where does it go? We have to go back in time, and look at previous price action, and we have to identify the next top level, and we got a perfect one right here. So we're gonna bring out a horizontal support, or excuse me, our horizontal resistance. Boom! That would, oh man, it's the wrong color. What the hell? What the hell, man? I want my color back. Boom, there we go. Okay, so if price action does confirm a higher low, now that we have our next resistance identified, if we do confirm a higher low, in my opinion, anywhere above the 21 exponential, I do believe price reverts and this becomes the overall target somewhere around 87.62. Now, the question may be, Brian, what if it closes above 87.62? That is where Fibonacci's come into play. Let's identify. So actually, let me pull out and let me look at this. I'm actually going to go off of this major low here. I think that major low is good enough in my opinion. So we're going to bring our fibs to this resistance, which is the all-time high, and we're going to scoop it down. Boom! Look at that. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so as far as price action is concerned, and again, this is a little bit of that, futuristic price action potential possibilities here, right? If we do confirm new all-time highs and confirm 87.55 as tentative support, I would be looking for extension all the way to the 1.272 Fibonacci extension zone, somewhere around 93.78, right? And again, it's too far away to really be confident in saying that that's a huge probability. Again, I think this price action has a lot of work to do, but I do believe this one is pretty bullish right now, confirming a little bit of a change of behavior, taking out this massive consolidation cycle here. But again, seeing a pullback in this price action right now, again, not out of the question. Why? People are taking profits, man. People are taking profits, especially when you see a boom like this on an asset with a massive gap in between an open and a close, and then the following open here. People are likely to take profits as a result here. And again, the 21 exponential moving average strategy playing out very nicely, and we do see the red 10 simple crossing above that 21. This gives me confidence in the strength of this move here. Gives me confidence even with a major pullback that this one's going to continue to move to the upside here. Stochastics, a little bit of right, a little bit of pressure to the downside, but nonetheless a very, very, very straightforward, straight up momentous move here as price action continues further to the upside. Be patient with price action, confirm your levels, confirm a break of support or resistance, and make your decisions very, very, very soundly. Obviously, with an entry point here, you had a pretty decent risk management point coming off of the yellow 21 exponential here. And if you made an entry on this point, anybody watching, if you made an entry on this point, you made a hell of a position, you made a hell of a trade, you took a hell of an edge, and you're swimming in profits right now. So that's kind of my outlook on MRK. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next asset here, Matic USD. I do believe I redid this chart today. Matic USD. I think I did it on Coinbase. I did. Okay, so we do see a little bit of a consolidation phase. I do believe this applies to the short-term time frames here, but that consolidation looking a little weaker here, right? Confirming lower highs on the four-hour time frame here. Doesn't look the healthiest. Confirming a lower high on stochastics. Again, the 4-hour is relevant to my strategy. I use the 4-hour to identify, the momentum, potentially, from a daily perspective. And from a daily perspective, even, it does look like it's losing a little bit momentum here. Yes, we retain above the 21 exponential. Yes, this could easily play out as a bull flag formation, but look. This one's not confirming new highs. This high right here, in my opinion, is inconsequential as shit. Yes, we are above the 21. Yes, these moving averages have positive momentum. Is Matic as strong as Bitcoin? No, not at all, ladies and gentlemen, not at all. And not only that, but we saw the the potential stop and reversal point on extremely low collapsing volatility here. No, actually, I recant that statement. Consolidation is a result of collapsing volatility here. That's why we're seeing, it depends on how you look at it, right? It's all about perspective. Yeah, you could argue that this is a change of behavior, but I'm looking at major levels, to be more honest with you. Yeah, we are closing on new highs, but from a micro perspective, right? When we zoom out, when we pull the whole formation out, guess what? I'm going to do it. High, lower high, potential lower high, and that's already been confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. That lower high has already been confirmed. So it could go either way in my opinion with this asset here. Yeah, we're above the 21 exponential, which from my own rule base here, it leads me to believe that a move to the 142, 143 resistance here is the next potential move for this asset. But if we break below that 21 exponential, I'm going to be looking at this as a structural lower high, and I'm going to be looking for continuation all the way back down to a $1.02 here. We do see daily RSI. Oh my god, I do that every time. I wish it would automatically go back, right? We do see daily RSI here, not playing easily with that 50 read here. Basically nuts to butts with that 50 read, looking at a potential break here. And again, the same disposition would follow if we break that 50 read here. I would be looking for a break of the exponential and the exponential to curl over, confirming lower highs structurally. Yes, we do have a little bit of an uptrend in formation here, but that is irrelevant in my opinion, as long as price action has the potential to move to the downside. Yes, it is something to take into consideration, but again, lower highs definitely increases the probability of downside movements. But at the end of the day, if Bitcoin continues further onwards and upwards, I'm going to be looking for Matic to do the same. No question. If Bitcoin booms through that $52,800 resistance, Matic likely breaks through a $1.44 here and confirms it as support and looks to go higher. Our stochastics, confirming new highs for sure, confirming an uptrend structure from this point to this point. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I'm just being very, very, very skeptical of this price action right now, just because we're seeing, very stagnant movement ever since that, stop and reversal point right here. And the 21 exponential doesn't look extremely momentous, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, the red 10 simple does, but guess what? I don't derive my strategies off the red 10 simple. I derive my strategies off of the what? The yellow 21 exponential. Yeah. I think we have targets to the upside, targets to the downside, RSI covered, stochastics covered, volatility covered. Let's move on. The next one that we're looking at, SHIB. Okay, so before I do SHIB here, I want to make it very clear. There is no history. I'm going to go to SHIB, and I'm going to tell you, quite honestly, I can't analyze this. I can't do it. The only resistance we have is right here. At 5,600, we'll just call it 5,700 Satoshis, right? This one's brand spanking new. Brand spanking new. And, yeah, why not? You don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket, right? So I took $500 and I said, you know what? If I got to sit on it for 5 years, fuck it. I bought 30 million of them. 30 million of them. All the hype that I'm hearing about this, why not, right? Why not? If it goes to a penny, I can retire. I can retire, and I can come here and do daily analysis at a legitimate time for everybody. And I do believe if I can do that at a legitimate time for everyone's viewing pleasure, man, that will significantly increase the ratings. I do believe it will increasingly increase our visibility on the YouTube platform. Oh, I got a comment, loving football right now, bro. You're telling me, man. I don't know if you're a fan of any team that I'm a fan of. I don't know if you can see my Baker Mayfield jersey hanging up over there, but I am clearly a Browns fan. Clearly, living in Ohio. Born and raised a Cleveland fan. I came out of the womb wearing a Browns jersey. Ride or die. 28 years I've been living in misery, and last year was the first year that I didn't live in misery. Absolutely phenomenal. And this year I am also not living in misery. Clearly seeing some mistakes come out of my football team, but at the end of the day, I think they're good enough to revert and recant those mistakes. They learn and they grow from them. The environment in Cleveland is so different nowadays. It's actually exciting to see what the Browns are capable of for the first time, literally in my fucking life. So, loving football right now, just like you, brother, just like you. But moving on to SHIB here. Yeah, up. I mean, up. We don't even have historical volatility. This is historical volatility, flatlined at zero. We have no volatility. We have no stochastics. We do have a little stochastics, and it's up. We do have a little bit of RSI, and it's up. Price action, and it's up. The 21 exponential moving average strategy, it applies, even though the 21 exponential doesn't have that much history. Again, I love history in an asset. I can't Maybe I can do a short-term time frame analysis. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in an uptrend. You know, printing new highs, stochastics on the 4-hour, curling back up, definitely maintaining very, very confidently in the bullish control zone here. I do like that. RSI back in the critical zone here, but potentially looking at you know, bearish divergence to potentially play out. Coming off this bullish divergence low here, I would be convinced of continuation full blown here if RSI confirms new highs, while price action confirms new highs. But if we confirm a lower high on RSI and confirm a higher high on price action, I will be looking for major bearish divergence to potentially play out on the daily time frame here, because it would affect the daily time frame. But again, without real history here, you know, there's not enough history for me to be confident. As far as an investment is considered, you know, a brand new cryptocurrency comes out, everybody's losing their goddamn minds over it. Yeah. Fuck it, I bought some. Why not? You know, what's $500 to me? You know, a couple days of work? Whatever. Whatever. You know, I'm willing to lose all that $500, and I'm willing to sit on this asset for, you know, the years to come. You know, just like I did with Dogecoin. Back when it was at like 3 cents, you know, I bought in at 3 cents and I waited weeks for something really eventful to break out, and then, you know, when we broke out, I just managed my risk and stayed confident that the move was going to play out to a really high price. And it did, and I sold, and I made one of the juiciest profits I've ever made as a trader. And that was from Dogecoin, a coin that everyone laughed at, you know, made fun of, and, you know, basically considered it worthless. Whatever, it's worthless to you, but I made a huge bag of cash trading that asset. So while it was worthless to people out there laughing at the smaller, irrelevant cryptocurrencies, I was swimming in profit that day. And while I'm swimming in profit and wiping my happy tears with cash, you can keep making fun of cryptocurrencies. I'm not making fun of SHIB. I don't make any, you know, I don't make fun of any cryptocurrency until it proves to me that it's an absolute dog shit of a coin. And if this one, you know, is looking explosive right now at its low prices here, I don't see a reason why it won't continue to be explosive and potentially put in a daily uptrend here, unless this proves to be a pump and dump, or, you know, prints, you know, this high and then continues forever to the downside. It has potential. It definitely has potential, in my opinion. What is a coin that's really awful? I can't even think of any awful coins because I don't fucking look at them. Yeah, I can't think of any. I wish I could show you a really dog shit chart, but you've seen dog shit charts on my channel before. I've gotten requests of dog shit cryptos, dog shit stocks. Just look at those, and you know, you see it come down infinitely and forever. That's an asset, you know, you probably shouldn't be dipping your long money into. But an asset that's brand new, has potential, going, you know, absolutely catastrophically explosive over the last week here. Actually, let's go ahead and do a measurement from low to high. From low to high, 214% in like a span of 7 or 8 days. It's got potential, and that's about as far as I can take it with SHIB here. Doge. Let's look at Doge. Let's look at Mr. Doggy Coin. Oh yeah, change of behavior confirmed. Looking to confirm. Looking to confirm here. Let's go ahead and readjust this horizontal. Yeah, back above resistance. Looking to confirm it as new tentative support. This is a stronger move here for a cryptocurrency, just like Bitcoin here. And again, Bitcoin took off. A lot of the you know, altcoins here and some of the 2018 shit coins here are likely to revert and do the same here. This one, you know, reversing back above the 21 exponential, confirming an entry position with that secondary candle closure back above. We do see positive swings on those momentum on the momentum here for those moving averages here. RSI back above the 50 read, exponential is positive, stochastics booming, confirming new highs. I do like this for continuation to the next target, which is right about here. I'd be looking for 27 cents, 27 spot 20 cents here as the next. Well, you know, we tested it and confirmed a test, but I'd be looking for price action from a candle body perspective here to move closer and closer to that resistance. Any candle closure above there, I will look for the next tentative target. Boom, right here. 29.5 cents would be the next tentative target. Now to the downside, again, we could confirm a structural lower high. We could, just like Bitcoin, we could confirm a structural lower high and revert back to the downside. If we do convert and close back below 25 cents here, I'll look for this region, 22 cents, 22.5 cents as the next tentative target to the downside, but ultimately I'd look for price action to move all the way back down to 19.5 cents. Very simple, very rudimentary aspect for this. You know, if Bitcoin's booming, I'm going to be looking for Dogecoin to do the same here. Ethereum, same, probably the same. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, new highs confirmed. Yeah, new highs confirmed, but not taking out this level here. I am going to be looking for a general move all the way down, all the way up to 36.30 here. And if we close above 36.30, I will look for the next move all the way back up to the current high. About 39.65 would be my next tentative target. And again, back above the 21, confirming an entry signal here. Stochastics booming, RSI above the 50 read, confirming a higher low above the positively sloped exponential. I'm going to be looking for continuation here. Volatility expanding as price action increases as well. So, you know, there is a little bit of hopium here for the bullish perspective as far as cryptocurrency is concerned, unless we see some kind of nasty bull trap once again. I'm going to be looking for continuation. Prepare for everything. If we do convert and confirm a lower high, I will be looking for the 21 as the first initial target before looking for the last high at 31.53 here, which I will mark off as the next potential target to the downside for this asset here. Anything lower than that, I'll look for new lows. Ultimately, I'll look for you know, bearish continuation to the downside. Again, I am looking at the overall structure as a whole. We are coming off of macro lower highs. It is still very possible that this is just a bull trap on all cryptocurrencies that could potentially revert and continue the bearish trend to the downside. But until proven of that aspect, I have to stick with what the chart's telling me, and the chart's telling me, you know, it's more probable for price action to move to the upside. And look at that. That's going to do it for the stream, everybody. Thanks for joining along. Thanks for being a part of the community. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments. If you liked what you see, hit that like button. Hit that little bell, get all the notifications of any upcoming live streams here. And if you're new to the channel, again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. Thank you so much for the support. I couldn't be doing this with the, you know, with the enthusiasm and the excitement that I'm having and currently experiencing without the audience out there giving me some support. 300 members, you know, in the technical analysis community on Facebook. The links are in the description below. We do have a larger fan base on Facebook. We have a Blackfire. Damn it, I can't even think right now. God damn, I am a little tired. We do have a group chat where we discuss, you know, fundamentals, technicals, different stocks, different cryptos on a daily basis. Everybody's in there on a daily, just dropping comments and dropping a whole bunch of different stuff here. I actually got it pulled up. If you see it right here, watching a little bit of that group chat going on here. Come along, join the channel, be a part of the channel. Your support is extremely desired and extremely appreciated. So that's going to do it. That's going to wrap it up for us today. You guys, thank you for being here. And you guys already know what it is. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.